And we're back from executive session. There being no further business, I will recess the workshop.
This concludes the workshop of the McAllen City Commission. Workshops are held on the second and fourth Monday of each month at 4 p.m. in the City Commission Chamber, located on the third floor of McAllen City Hall. The public is always welcome to attend or view online. Thank you for staying informed and engaged with the City of McAllen. And now, from McAllen City Hall, a meeting of the McAllen City Commission.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's City Commission meeting. We'll begin with a Pledge of Allegiance, followed by an invocation by Commissioner Joaquin Zamora.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you could remain standing, bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, support, and discernment as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a board, and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions that might affect our citizens, businesses, employees, and visitors to our fair city. Continue to remind us that all we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth for your greater glory and for the service of this community and humanity. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. And we have next presentation, or what do we have? Text film friendly certification.
Are you here? I don't think she's here. Here we go.
Greetings. Thank you for having us. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Lee Wooldridge and her team, Visit McAllen, for this great accomplishment. I'd like to thank the Chamber, the team, the Visit McAllen. You've worked very hard, and thank you very much. This designation is more than a title. It's a signal to the film industry that McAllen is open, organized, and ready to work. The governor's office doesn't hand out film-friendly Texas status lightly. It means our city and our partners have met a standard producers can count on. For the Chamber, this is years of relationship building paid off between the city, our members, and now the State Film Office. But the real story, what it means locally, every production that comes to McAllen doesn't just bring cameras. It brings hotel stays, restaurant tabs, equipment rentals, catering contracts, local hires on crew, and direct dollars into small businesses that make up our membership. For the resident, it means short-term jobs, new visibility of our city on screens beyond the valley, and a reminder that McAllen competes at a level other people don't expect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Going forward, every filmmaker who wants to shoot in McAllen has one door to knock on. Visit McAllen, our convention and visitors bureau. They'll be a point of contact, coordinating locations, permits, and logistics so that producers get a single streamlined experience instead of navigating city departments on their own. This matters because it lowers the barrier for production to choose us over another city. And when they choose McAllen, the impact isn't abstract. It's the taco stand that's near the shoot location. It's the hardware store renting out all that equipment. And it's the local actors and crew getting on-set experience that they'd otherwise have to leave the Rio Grande Valley for. For our residents, this designation is a statement. McAllen isn't a place for people to pass through. It's a place that stories get made. As incoming chairman, I'm proud to help carry that forward and visit McAllen, leading the charge on every inquiry from here on out. Thank you guys so much for the hard work you guys did to get this.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Jose Lopez, Regional Representative of South Texas, Texas Economic Development and Tourism, Office of the Governor. I'm happy to be here today to recognize the City of McAllen for achieving your Film-Friendly Texas certification. We want to thank Lee Woodridge, Vice President of Visit McAllen, for all her hard work and coordination in this process. Thank you for the mayor, the members of the council, and the city stakeholders for their support for realizing this exciting initiative for the city of McAllen. You join over 200 communities across the state and have positioned McAllen to provide media productions with an increased assurance that McAllen is industry savvy and serious about welcoming their business to your community. You are prepared to accommodate on-location film activities and match McAllen businesses with media production related needs and services. The Film-Friendly Texas certification helps to create jobs for the local community and brings production investment into McAllen through spending on local goods and services, such as catering, construction supplies, transportation, lodging, and many, many more. The Texas Film Commission is a division of the Office of the Governor's Department of Economic Development and Tourism, created in 1971. Our mission is to promote Texas as a premier media production destination. Film-Friendly Texas is a statewide network of communities and exemplifies our state as a media production-friendly destination. Between 2007 and 2025, through the Texas Moving Image Industry Incentive Program, the Texas Film Commission contracted $2.9 billion in local spending and created more than 223 production jobs across the state. This statewide economic impact would not be possible without the help of Film-Friendly Texas community partners such as yourself now. With this certification, McAllen now has created additional opportunities to showcase some of your signature locations, such as McAllen Performing Arts Center, McAllen Creative Incubator, Downtown McAllen, and Cine El Rey Theater. Just a few examples of what McAllen has to offer. The Film-Friendly Texas certification demonstrates the city of McAllen's merchants and residents have collaborated to announce McAllen is indeed ready for production. On behalf of the Texas Film Commission, congratulations on becoming a film-friendly Texas community.
All right. Excellent.
We move forward with a proclamation for Parks and Recreation Month presented by Mr. Danny Meline and staff. Commissioner Rios.
Come on, everyone. Come on, feel in. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. There's many, many things that the city of McAllen does right. And one of the things that they do very, very well is create outstanding parks and green spaces to improve the quality of life here in McAllen. From the newly established hockey indoor arena to the recently updated Billship Park equipment that we have. Also, of course, the outstanding 4th of July displays that we just recently witnessed. And from Camp McAllen to the newly proposed park at Lark. It gives me great honor and pride to do this proclamation tonight. State of Texas, County of Hidalgo, City of McAllen. Whereas since 1985, America has celebrated July as the nation's official Parks and Recreation Month, recognizing the parks and recreation field as a diverse and comprehensive system that improves personal, social, environmental, and economic health. And whereas the Parks and Recreation Month is a great opportunity to demonstrate the power of local parks and recreation, and whereas July 17th, 2026 is designated as Parks and Recreation Professionals Day, where the City of McAllen values the essential services that parks and recreation professionals and volunteers perform to provide recreational and developmental enrichment for our children, youth, adults, and older adults, and to ensure our parks and recreational spaces are clean, safe, inclusive, welcoming, and ready to use. And whereas local parks and recreation will celebrate all the ways they help make their communities great through conversation, health and wellness, and social equity, they not only beautify neighborhoods, but also enrich the lives of its citizens and help make this community a desirable place to live, work, visit, and promote opportunities for healthier, smarter, and effective, and more resilient people. And whereas McAllen City Commission encourages citizens to visit all 101 parks, recreations, and green spaces, a perfect combination of recreation facilities, pools, trails, centers, and sports facilities. Now, therefore, I, Rolando Roli Rios, City Commissioner of the City of McAllen, Texas, by virtue of the authority vested in me on behalf of the Mayor and City Commission, do hereby proclaim the month of July 2026 as National Parks and Recreation Month. Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner Rios, for those kind words. Mayor, City Commissioners, thank you for proclaiming July as Parks and Recreation Month. In July 2026, Parks and Recreation Month highlights the power of parks and recreation and the people who make it all possible. Parks and Recreation brings us together, strengthens our health and well-being, and builds more resilient, connected communities. Throughout the month, we're celebrating the many ways Parks and Recreation reveals the power of what connects us. The power of connection. Parks and Recreation is where relationships grow, cultures meet, and communities bond. The power of play. From playgrounds to programs to youth sports, play fuels creativity, joy, and lifelong learning. The power of community. Public spaces offer room for everyone to gather, celebrate, and heal. The power of nature. Nature restores and inspires us, and parks ensures everyone can access its benefits. The power of belonging. Welcoming parks and programs make every person feel valued. And the power of well-being. Parks and Recreation advances health, resilience, and shared community benefits. We invite everyone to visit our parks, community centers, athletic facilities, and events year-round. We take pride in our work to enhance the quality of life for all who live, work, and visit McAllen. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. This wouldn't happen without the amazing team that I have behind me. They make everything happen that we do here in the city for Parks and Rec. And we have a video that we would like to share, or did it already play? And I also want to thank the Office of Communication, Irma and her team, for assisting with us in compiling this video and telling our great story as the Park and Recreation Department. So thank you so much. Yes. You want it over there? Okay.
Okay, and next we have public hearings.
Mayor, Commissioners, good afternoon. The following items went to Planning and Zoning Commission on June the 16th, and the board recommended approval. We have three customer-initiated rezonings, 2 CUPs, and a city-initiated rezoning. Item number 1 is rezoning from C3 to C2 at 6100 North 10th, just south of Martin. Item number 2 is rezoning from R1 to C1, located at 4117 North Ware. This is on Ware and Primrose. Item number 3 is rezoning from R1 to R3, located at 617 Dallas, just east of 8th Street. Item number 4 is a conditional use permit for a smoke bake shop at 2200 Trenton Road, Suite 2A, just east of North 23rd. Item number 5 will be heard later on. Item number 6 is a conditional use permit for a vape shop at 7913 North 10th, Suite 170, on the corner of 10th and Auburn. Item number 7 is a conditional use permit for a nightclub, Santa Diabla. This is at 1704 Dallas Avenue, just west of 17th. Item number 8 is a city-initiated rezonings of 237 parcels, and we're at 15.44%.
And Mayor, my office would request that item 1A5 be removed from routine items and considered separately.
1A5, okay. Anybody to speak against any of these items? Anyone here to speak against any of these items? If not, I need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Mayor, before you do that, I need to abstain from 1A2 and 8.
Okay.
Motion to approve, but
Second.
not number 5 to be.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. We'll take up that item.
Okay, so item number 5 is a conditional use permit for a bar, Alibi. It's downtown at 211 South 17th. This will be replacing the special use permit. They will be moving to this location. They were previously at 209. They must comply with all conditions stated on the application. P&Z recommended approval of this request.
Mayor, subsequent to this item being placed on the agenda being published, after consulting with the city attorney, there were challenges with this application that I'm not sure the Planning and Zoning Commission were made aware of, and I think that as the board considers this item, you should be aware of some of those challenges. Austin?
Can you speak a little louder?
Yes, sir. This is one of the establishments that we were forced to file litigation against in response to some of the egregious behavior and what was formerly known as the ECOD. And so I would request or recommend that this conditional use permit be for no longer than 6 months, given recent litigation against both the applicant and the establishment.
Okay, so it's one of the ones that were shut down. We filed the TROs, did all that type of stuff. But if they comply within 6 months, they can come back and they can, as long as they do it right, they can keep on.
That's correct, Mayor.
Okay. I see no issue with that. Is there anybody to speak against this item? It's a public hearing. Anybody to speak against this item?
Move to approve for 6 months.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. I need a motion to amend the zoning ordinance of the city of McAllen.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item D.
So item B1 is going to be the conditional use permit for a nightclub, MKZ, at 2021 Orchid, just east of 21st Street. The customer had forgotten to renew the CUP and the citation was issued out. P&Z recommended approval of the CUP for 1 year.
Mayor, again, subsequent to this item being placed on the agenda, I was made aware of another enforcement actions. For this item, I'm recommending outright disapproval. I believe the city manager might have a different recommendation.
What was the item number again? I'm sorry.
B.
B1.
B1.
Okay.
B1, oh.
Oh, he forgot. He forgot.
Since 21.
Was it subsequent to it being reviewed by P and Z?
Yes.
So why wouldn't we send it back to P and Z for a review before it comes back to us?
Could do that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That way they can dive into the details.
Happy to do that.
Okay, so do we not take any action, table it?
There's no action and go back to PNC. Right?
Okay, there'll be no action on this. So we have consent agenda items A through,
Still have item D.
We need D.
through what?
Item D,
Oh, did I miss
How
one?
about C? Amending the zoning ordinance.
that's one he did earlier.
No, we already did, we
skipped
already did
around.
D, so what are we missing?
So D is gonna be a TABC variance for distance requirement for a school.
Okay,
We did D.
No, Commissioner Cabeza de Vaca is correct. We need to take action on item, we just discussed B1, we need to do C.
We discussed B, now we have to go to C.
The mayor called for a motion to amend the zoning ordinance. The commission
Oh.
Yeah, we approved
approved
it.
that. We then took up
Right,
item
right here.
B1. We took no action on that, so there's no reason to amend the zoning ordinance again. We can now move on to item D.
Got it.
onward.
Okay. Item D is a TABC variance. This is for a distance requirement from a school, STVT. The property is located at 1400 Savannah Avenue. This is on the corner of South Main and Savannah, west of the mall. We recommend approval since its primary use will be a restaurant.
Okay, do we have anybody speak against this item? Anybody to speak against this item?
Motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, consent agenda, items A through H. Do we need to pull anything? A through H, do we need to pull anything? If not, do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Item 2F, I apologize.
Okay,
Two what?
motion minus 2F.
2F.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries, item 2F.
I want to make it very clear, we're going to get reimbursed from TxDOT on this project, at least once it's completed.
We're getting reimbursed, and I have it on the agenda item, it's about $4.5 million.
I think it had a 20% match.
All in favor? Aye. Against? Motion carries. Item 3A.
Mayor, item 3 is consideration approval of the lease agreement.
Concessionaire?
Cholito Alegro Express in the parking garage. It's on the agenda because I want the commission to know that we are actively engaged in bringing restaurants and vendors into the parking garage. Mario's done a tremendous job downtown with that facility. We've got the mural going up on the building, and we really want it to be a hub for future activity growing downtown. This is really on the agenda, not on consent, more to make the point.
Excellent. And I think we're not going to get into the lease agreement. I think it's been reviewed by council. So unless anybody has any questions or have a motion to approve. All in favor? Aye. Against? Motion carries and
Commissioner Falcon had a question.
Thank you.
I can't wait till everything's finished.
Commissioner Falcon had a question, Mayor, I'm sorry.
Unrelated to the lease, do we do any signage or anything on the exterior of the garage to communicate to the public, the businesses that are operating inside it?
We do have some signage. I think we could do a better job, and so we're looking at that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Next item, item B.
Mayor, item 3B is award of contract for professional engineering services for new golf course improvements. This is the design team with Lorena Ochoa and her partners.
But it's specific or is it part of the revolving?
This is specific.
Okay. Yes, sir.
To that question, this engineer was picked off the rotation. They're already been familiar with the site, and the scope of services includes the design of portable water sanitizers, sewer site drainage channel grading, reclaimed water distribution. Staff recommends award to Cruz Hogan Consultants, Inc. of McAllen, Texas, in the total amount of $316,257. Staff further recommends authorizing any future work authorizations as required by the project development, subject to budget availability and approval by the city manager, and we open it up for any questions.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item C.
Eduardo, the tunnel?
This item is for the engineering inspection, CEI services for the underpass trail at Ware Road. The city successfully negotiated a fair, reasonable scope of service and fee with B2Z Engineering LLC. Total negotiated contract for this is $624,915.44 for the anticipated duration of the project. The negotiated fee is within the city's estimated budget for the CEI services and consistent with the project budget. Staff recommends approval of the professional service agreement with B2Z Engineering and open it.
Any questions?
And Mayor, if the
Motion to
commission
approve.
wants to consider item D as a companion item, and that's the actual contract, award of contract for construction of the tunnel.
It's the same thing, well, construction company, so construction, so what company? What are we looking at?
Brown, right? Name of the construction company?
Go underground.
Go underground.
Go underground? Sounds appropriate.
Yeah, literally.
Do we
Okay.
do,
I'll make a motion on that one to approve.
Any questions?
Motion to approve on that one.
do we do any investigation into the company that we're gonna be turning this over to understand their qualifications and ability to complete?
We've worked with Go Underground. We have experience with them as a contractor, and they have performed pretty big projects for us as well.
Okay, thank you.
And I agree with Michael, because this is a complex job. And as you can see, we only got really two that bid on it. There was others that no bid on some of it and no bid whatever, but this is a complex job, so, I guess your engineer and yourself, need to be comfortable, with that. They've done good work for us before.
No, definitely. I was just gonna mention,
But this is a complex job.
we have a competent designer in RRP. We feel that bringing on board the CEI with B2Z to be there as additional eyes to help guide us through this process. No doubt it is a difficult project. It'll be challenging, and we'll have our eyes on this project.
Maybe we should consult with El Chapo. He was pretty good. So any other questions?
No.
It took him a little bit.
Yeah, I got it.
Motion to
Taking you real
approve.
serious, I was-
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Next item.
Mayor, item 3E is award of contract for the First Street at Beaumont drainage improvements.
Mayor and Commission, this is a small localized drainage improvement. The project includes approximately 300 linear feet of new slotted drain system and concrete laydown curb and gutter with associated pavement reconstruction. The project also includes 325 linear feet of alley reconstruction, concrete apron, and valley gutter flat work. The engineer of record, Ivan Garcia, Rio Delta Engineering, and staff recommend award of the contract to the lowest responsive bidder, 2GS Earthworks Enterprise of Benita, Texas, in the amount of $177,203.50 with a contract time not to exceed 45 days.
Any questions?
Starting when?
As soon as we get an NTP signed.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item 4A.
Mayor, item 4A is providing for a budget amendment for the FM 2220 landscape medians. We workshopped this a couple of meetings ago, and this has gone to Development Corporation and needs city commission approval for funding.
Excellent. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Just one quick question. So how do we decide how to do this after all?
To do,
I know that we're gonna do pavers, but was it gonna be the full length or just in segments?
they'll do pavers, and then it was isolated areas for landscaping.
Oh, the landscaping.
Yeah,
Okay, so
so
kind of
it's
alternate.
not full landscaping. There's certain areas.
Okay.
That was to try to help bring down the cost on that.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Okay, item B.
Go ahead, Eduardo. Well, this is Julia.
For B.
This is providing for an ordinance for the fiscal year 26-27 annual action plan, CDBG, and home
Okay.
investment partnerships.
Does anybody have questions?
Wait a minute.
Motion to approve.
If you want to do a
Second.
presentation, they're here. They've been waiting. You want to do a presentation?
But I always say, I really truly trust our people in McAllen. So, okay, you know what?
You're on it.
I want to hear.
Sounds like you're hosting La Concha next time.
Okay, so The item before you today is for the program year 26-27 annual action plan, which includes the Community Development Committee here with me today. There are funding recommendations for the Community Development Block Grant and the Home Investments Partnerships Program. This year, the committee reviewed 44 applications submitted by the local organizations and city departments requesting $4.9 million in funding. While the demand for these resources continues to grow, the total funding available for allocation was approximately $2.1 million. Given the limited resources available, the committee undertook a thorough, transparent, and thoughtful review process. Over the course of several public meetings, members carefully evaluated each application based on established criteria, included project readiness, performance history, reporting compliance, the number of residents to be served, and overall community impact, and the availability of recaptured funds. I would like to sincerely thank each member of their Community Development Committee for their time, dedication, and their thoughtful consideration that they devoted throughout the process. Their commitment to serving our community and ensuring responsible stewardship of these federal resources is greatly appreciated. On behalf of the committee and city staff, we respectfully present these recommendations for your consideration. We appreciate your continued support of these important programs, and we are happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
So move to approve.
Second.
And I just do want to thank y'all. I think the reason
for all your work.
The reason we kind of move on is because we really trust what y'all do.
Well, the only thing that I want to mention, we're going to go through a budget process, and I know that there are agencies that did not get all of their needs that they wanted. So we should be able to look at that and see what we can do if some of the agencies deem some of the money, but we don't have enough money through CDBG, that we can look at it in our budget process to see if we could do something for them. So that's what I want to get out of it, to get those lists of those that either did not get funded at all or got partially funded and could possibly, we could look at it in our budget session.
Commissioner, we are working on recommendations from my office for the general budget, Development Corporation funding, and general fund funding for agencies throughout the valley. Since you brought it up, I feel it is incumbent upon this conversation that I foreshadow for you one of the messages that I will have for the commission this year and the community this year is we have historically funded the same agencies, the same amount of money year after year for sometimes decades. And one of the things that I am going to encourage us to do is think about whether we want to remain, really in a lot of cases, the revenue source that funds the entire operation of a lot of these organizations, and whether we need to be encouraging them to independently seek grant funding or to fundraise through other means, not because I don't want to continue funding them, but because I want to give other agencies an opportunity to come and start and use the same resources that some of the agencies that we have funded year after year, decade after decade, have had the benefit of using. A lot of the organizations that this group is recommending funding for are unique in that they have to qualify for these funds in a way that agencies applying to the Development Corporation or for general fund assistance don't have to. And I want to acknowledge this group of people. They pour tirelessly through applications, consider very carefully the allocations of where very limited resources go, and work very, very hard. I did have the pleasure this year of sitting in on one of your meetings, and I did my very best not to say anything, but the lawyer in me got the best of me, and I just couldn't help myself. But you guys do a tremendous job, and the community really owes you a debt of gratitude for the thoughtfulness that you put into the recommendations that you make. So I very much appreciate the work that you all do.
Thank you.
just to add, no agency or nonprofit should feel entitled. It's discretionary. So, and, you know, I just have the State of the City Fund, and I realize the need, but also the limitations. So, I mean, y'all go through all that, and I guess we'll go through what we need to go. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, where were we?
We are on
4B.
item 5A.
What? Did we take action on this one?
No, you need to vote on this one,
Do I have
I'm
a
sorry.
motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item 5A.
Mayor, item 5A is a resolution authorizing a resolution application for Section 108 Loan
Okay.
Guarantee Program that we discussed during the workshop
Do I have a
earlier.
motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item 5B.
Mayor, item 5B comes up. There is a pedestrian overpass at 23rd Street that at times has become a community eyesore. Our engineering department at Bartow has worked with our partners at TxDOT. It is a TxDOT crossing, and they are willing to move it if it is remove it.
To remove it.
If it is the will of the commission, and their request was for us to communicate that will to them in the form of a resolution. So
Okay.
this is for the commission to consider whether they feel like that pedestrian overcrossing is something that we would prefer be removed.
Okay, so it's not utilized, it's outdated, it's,
All of the above.
I don't think
It
even
is
a-
unkept, it is unsightly,
Yeah.
it has been a
I'm sure it's
home for
probably
graffiti.
unsafe at this point.
It was originally there
It was,
because,
it was a subject of some, social media
Well-
a couple of months ago.
yeah.
But
There
they
used
thought
to
it
be a
belonged to the
school there
city,
at
it
one
didn't belong
time.
to the city.
There used to be a school there at one time. It's no longer functioning. I think they took it down, so
That's right.
I don't think
Okay.
that overpass is even needed.
That's right.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item 6A.
Mayor, item 6A is consideration of a variance to request not to require right-of-way dedication for South Second Street for the proposed 711 McAllen subdivision.
So this variance is located at 201 Dallas Avenue. It's not to do the additional right-of-way. So right now we have 80 feet of right-of-way. There originally second was called out to be 120. However, we are recommending approval since we would have to get additional right-of-way from recorded lots to the north and then the Armor Reserve to the south. P&Z also recommended approval of this request.
Any questions, comments?
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Next
Mayor,
item.
item 6B has been withdrawn. Item 6C is,
Just number one.
I'm sorry, item 6B1 has been withdrawn. There is a request to the variance not to provide sidewalks on the east side of Second Lane at the Hidden Groves subdivision. Sorry, Omar, thank you.
So this is just 8601 North 2nd Street, just I think it's south of Hobbs, or no, sorry. Yeah, Hobbs.
South of Hobbs.
Correct, yes, sir. So just, they were just a variance not to do the east side sidewalk and then the north boundary sidewalk. So they'll still have existing sidewalks in front of they'll have the new sidewalks in front of the homes, but not on the outer perimeter, which will be gated and blocked.
The sidewalks wouldn't really be going anywhere then.
Correct.
Yeah,
And,
there's no sidewalks anywhere there.
Well, no, not, it's gonna be a gated community, so it's gonna be blocked, and they will have sidewalks in front of the house.
Move to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Next item.
Mayor, item 6C is consideration of a variance to reduce cul-de-sac right-of-way width from 116 to 100 feet along Jonquil Avenue for the Vias at Jonquil subdivision.
So this property is at 512 Jonquil, to reduce the cul-de-sac. Originally, of course, we would require 116 feet, but they're proposing 100 feet. So this will still have our 96 feet of paving for the fire paving access, and then they will also give us a 10-foot sidewalk and utility easement. The development team and P&Z recommended approval.
Okay. So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item 7.
Mayor, Perla's here with some advisory board appointment opportunities.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Commissioners. This item is for advisory boards, and I have received nominations from Mayor Villalobos. You have appointed Laura McCurry Pulido to the Friends of Quinta Mazatlan Board, and I also received nominations from Commissioner Fallick, He has nominated Gina Karam Milin to the Convention Center Advisory Board, Amanda Gomez to the Planning and Zoning Commission, and George Khan to the Traffic Advisory Board.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any other? If not, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Next item. Thank you, Perla.
I think the next item is Perla's as well. This is boards and commissions served by elected officials.
Right. On the boards and commissions served by elected officials, Commissioner Rowley Rios is being nominated to the Palm Valley Board and to the Insurance Committee. And of course, Commissioner Cabeza de Vaca will be on the TML Region 12 Advisory Board.
Okay. And we need action on this?
Acceptance.
Yes, yeah? Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Future agenda items.
Mr. City Manager and Mayor, it's been a while, but I'd like to see an executive session, kind of a summary where we're at with all our 380 agreements in terms of progress,
Economic development.
commitments, fulfillments over a period of time. I think the last time we had a summary like that was at least 2 or 3 years ago.
We'll get it for you for next meeting.
Okay, excellent. Then, anything else? If not, we'll recess into executive session. You have
I guess it could be a report, also an executive session on the status with AEP and Buddy Owens.
We'll get you an update on that as well.
Excellent. We'll recess into executive session. back from executive session. Council, what do we have?
Mayor, I recommend that the commission entertain a motion to authorize the city manager and city attorney to proceed as described in executive session for both items 8A and 8B.
So moved.
All in
Second.
favor? Against?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
That's all, Mayor.
That's all we have? Excellent. There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
Great.
Regular City Commission meetings are held on the second and fourth Monday of each month. Meetings are broadcast on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on the McAllen Cable Network.